A former Facebook project manager speaks out about the addictiveness of Facebook's algorithm. See what she has to say.
Huntington Beach residents tell us how the massive oil spill is impacting their lives.
And singer-songwriter Mistry drops a new song. We speak to fans about what this means to them.
Live from USC, you're watching Annenberg TV News.
Facebook hides behind walls that keeps researchers and regulators from understanding the true dynamics of their system. Facebook will tell you privacy means they can't give you data. This is not true.
A whistleblower blasted Facebook for its lack of transparency during a Senate hearing. Good evening, I'm Gabriella Rudy.
And I'm Marilyn Parra. The former Facebook project manager accuses Facebook of intentionally hiding information from the public. Facebook whistleblower Frances Haugen appeared before a Senate subcommittee today. The 37-year-old former project manager asked lawmakers to demand more internal research from Facebook. She claims the company prioritizes profit over the mental well-being of its users.
There is a broad swath of research that supports the idea that usage of social media amplifies the risk for these mental health harms. Right? The kids are saying, I am unhappy when I use Instagram and I can't stop. That if I leave, I'm afraid I'll be ostracized. These problems are solvable. A safer, free speech respecting, more enjoyable social media is possible.
A Facebook representative responded via Twitter claiming Haugen has no direct knowledge of the topic from her work at Facebook because she did not work on child safety or on Instagram. Although protected by whistleblower rights and protection experts say Haugen's leak of private Facebook documents could promote legal action from Facebook.
Social media sites Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp were shut down for 6 hours yesterday, causing a panic for many students. A USC journalism school professor says this dependency on technology became even stronger during COVID.
There's so much social media in our lives that it's kind of fungible. You can move from one medium, one platform to another. That an outage like this, it minorly inconvenienced a lot of people, but it wasn't disastrous for most of the people that I know.
Some USC students have a different perspective on what happened yesterday.
First aspect was it was kind of disappointing to not be able to have that kind of connectivity to my peers. I think more than anything, it was kind of nice to not have to consistently check up on like what was going on Instagram, but instead kind of focusing on like what's happening in like news media.
Companies like that kind of don't have like a moral or ethical side to them once they get to their purpose, which is just to make a lot of money.
Health experts advise that using social media for just 30 minutes a day leads to better mental health. The Facebook whistleblower accused the company of intentionally spreading misinformation for profit. We spoke to a USC social media expert about today's testimony.
Misinformation, and especially around these very divisive and polarizing topics, keeps people engaged and it keeps people on these platforms. So they benefit and profit from that because the longer people spend on their site, the more they can generate from ad revenue.
The whistleblower says she believes an independent advisory and oversight board should be created to keep social media companies in check.
DPS is warning students to beware of a new kind of online scam. An alert sent out yesterday said some scammers are turning consensual sexual encounters into extortion. The DPS assistant chief says international students are being targeted.
Involved in a consensual sexual relationship that, unbeknownst to them, is being recorded, and then once they're concluded, the person tries to extort money from the student by saying, if you don't pay me, I'm going to post this online and all your friends are going to see it. So it's not legitimate. When in doubt, call DPS. We can work with the LAPD to help our students.
To protect yourself, do not send compromising images of yourself, don't open files from unknown people, and turn off cameras and devices when not in use. The FBI says this kind of extortion is on the rise. Nearly half of the reports this year are from the 20 to 39 age group. If you are receiving sexual extortion threats, stop all interaction with the extortionist and do not be embarrassed or afraid to contact DPS or LAPD and file a complaint with the FBI. Officials are calling the massive oil spill spreading throughout the Orange County coast an environmental catastrophe. Governor Gavin Newsom has proclaimed it a state of emergency. The ruptured pipeline that caused the leak was reported to have been split open and dragged more than 100 feet. Investigators are still trying to determine if a ship's anchor caused the damage. Sections of Huntington Beach remain closed, and worried residents are watching and waiting for updates.
Here locally, and we were down taking a walk on Sunday morning, and when we had heard about the oil spill, I mean, it's an ecological tragedy.
It was sad. It's 126,000 gallons of crude oil in the ocean. That's pretty sad. A lot of wildlife's going to be affected.
This is the fastest I've seen any government jump on a cleanup. It goes to show the amount of money that's in Orange County and how important the beaches are.
The owner of Zach's on the beach says the spill could not have come at a worse time. Business was just beginning to return after being closed for months because of the pandemic.
Really devastated economically, and I have to lay off staff. Well, what I like to see, people come down the beach. Our sand is open, our beach is open. Only thing is closed is the water.
For many businesses on the beach, this is not only an environmental catastrophe, but an economic one too.
The Huntington spill is the largest oil spill since the 2015 Refugio spill off the Santa Barbara coast. Environmentalists are concerned about the extent of the damage and the time it took to be reported.
There was oil showing up in the ocean as of Friday night, and yet the beach stayed open all through Saturday. It wasn't until Sunday that the public was alerted that there had been an oil spill. We're concerned about the slow response, and right now as we speak, this oil is still spreading out beyond that.
Experts say the long-term effects will depend on how well the cleanup efforts go and could last months or years. Infants and the elderly will be the most affected by the poor air quality due to the oil spill.
Car thefts in Los Angeles are on the rise. The LAPD reported 5,000 more vehicles were stolen this year. That's a 48% increase from 2019. We talked to a USC student about how she almost became a theft victim herself.
I parked close to the intersection of Central and 3rd. It wasn't a very isolated area, like there were cars, so I did not have an automatic thought of like, oh my gosh, this is like a really sketchy area. Back window, the window directly behind the passenger seat, was completely smashed in.
Police Chief Michael Moore has this advice for drivers. Don't leave keys in the car, don't store keys in the garage, never leave the car running unattended, and try to park in well-lit areas. Students demand that a popular database divest from ICE. We talked to a law expert about it.
USC Viterbi engineers create new artificial intelligence software to combat interview anxiety. See how it works.
And a rare thunderstorm hit Los Angeles last night. Find out how to stay safe when the thunder and lightning strike.
Oh, hey, Julia. Are you ready to play band with us? I'm going to play my clarinet.
And Elmo's going to play his drum. Drum loud.
Oh, well, you know what to do, Julia.
Julia knows.
Mm-hmm. With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music. Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Recently, the western U.S. has averaged more than 1,900 earthquakes and 3,800 significant wildfires each year. So chances are there will be more of both near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
USC's Institute for Creative Technologies has created a virtual reality tool that can help students reduce their anxiety about interviews. The system, called VITA, Virtual Interactive Training Agent, uses different styles of interviewers, from friendly to nasty. They have different projects for veterans, youth on probation, and medical professionals. It was first developed in 2013 with USC Viterbi to help students with autism spectrum disorder.
The project was originally developed with people on the high end of the autism spectrum in mind, and it was an important topic because these are folks that, you know, a lot of times they can do a job, and in fact, they're very brilliant in some cases, but they have challenges when it comes to social interaction. So giving them the opportunity to practice in a job interview context might help them to eventually go out and get a job and become functionally independent. Now,
Campus, if they think something like this could help reduce their anxiety.
I think like virtual reality and being able to practice like interview questions, like randomized questions before an interview would help reduce anxiety before them.
If you have many interviews, then you will gradually, you will not feel that anxiety, you will not have fear that anxiety later.
In a VR setting, you could kind of practice what that interview might be like, if I'm not mistaken, and it would be a great opportunity for practice.
The VITA team plans to expand the project and make it available online for everyone to practice independently.
Over 20 law schools across the nation say enough is enough. Westlaw and LexisNexis are key resources for law students, but the two legal research firms are selling their data to ICE.
All law students research on Lexis or Westlaw. This is the method by which we determine what cases are necessary, what cases are still valid, the procedural history of the information that we use for legal research and writing. There really are no other methods.
Now, law students are demanding LexisNexis and their contract with ICE to end, but USC's name is absent from the list of supporters of the movement. When ATVN asked good students if they knew about the contract, most did not. A student at NYU working to end LexisNexis contract said, quote, "We're hosting the Week of Action to raise awareness amongst law students and legal advocates that these relationships exist and they're ones that we can push back against." Students looking for more information should go to tinyurl.com/endthecontract. Now, we've had some crazy weather last night. Arath, give me the details.
Where'd you guys go? Oh, I seem to be lost after yesterday's crazy weather. However, we are finally in October. We have 26 days left until Halloween. We have 51 days left until Thanksgiving, and we have 81 days left until my favorite holiday, Christmas. Let's talk about today's weather though. We are looking at 76 degrees as of right now after a wet Monday, and the sky's clearing up. We're left with a good air quality. We hope for cooler temperatures as we enter this month. But let me tell you something, global climate is a serious thing, so I please ask you to stop littering and recycle. We have kind of a warm and muggy week ahead of us. Clouds begin to show up starting Wednesday. Thursday and Friday seem to be cool and full of clouds, bringing a good chance of rain. Please, I hope it rains on Friday. And the weekend starts to clear up. Saturday and Sunday being sunny, ready for the game against Colorado. But if you do not have any plans for the weekend, I suggest you to come up with something. Me personally, I'll be in my house doing nothing. But if you heard roars of thunder and saw lightning shoot across the sky last night, you were not dreaming. Los Angeles County was hit with a rare thunderstorm that lasted several hours. In the case of another thunderstorm, here are some tips to keep yourself safe. Immediately head indoors, and if that's not possible, then seek shelter. Make sure you stay away from any bodies of water and also avoid windows, doors, porches, and concrete. That's enough of me. Let's talk about sports, the crazy sports, Dodgers, Chargers, Rams. Presley, what do you have for me?
Thanks, Arath. Coach Dante Williams has high praise for Kedon Slovis after a brief QB1 debate. A Lakers legend retired from basketball today, but will have a permanent mark on the team. The Dodgers look to start their playoff run in the National League wildcard game tomorrow.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, read your lease. No pets allowed. My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Kedon Slovis was out there on Saturday looking like the Kedon Slovis that took Heisman voters by storm only 2 years ago during USC's dominant victory over the Colorado Buffaloes. Slovis threw for 276 yards to go along with 3 touchdowns as it looked like his throwing motion is returning to form. This makes Saturday's matchup all the more intriguing as the Trojans return home to play the Utah Utes and Slovis looks to keep up the consistency.
You could see the look in his eyes in this game from the beginning to the end, and it was a different look. Like, you know, it was a person that had command of the team. It was a person that had a killer instinct, and that's, I mean, he's a veteran. I mean, he's been a 3-year starter. It's a guy that you expect to have that look. It's a guy that you expect the team to follow and for him to lead.
Clearly, head coach Dante Williams is excited for Saturday. But what about Kedon Slovis? Slovis led the Trojans to a victory last year against the Utes, but looks to eliminate turnovers and improve his rating.
Could the Chargers be the LA team to get behind? After a short rain delay last night, the Los Angeles Chargers beat the Las Vegas Raiders, getting their first win of the year in SoFi Stadium. The Monday Night Football matchup was a battle of the AFC West, with both teams making big plays on defense. Offense had to work. Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert and running back Austin Eckler were playmakers this week. Herbert threw for 222 yards and 3 TDs, and Eckler rushed for 117 yards and 1 touchdown. The Raiders, the Chargers, and the Denver Broncos are all tied for first in the AFC West. All 3 teams currently have a 3-1 record. After last night, the Chargers are on a 2-game win streak that they are hoping to continue against the Cleveland Browns this Sunday. But the Chargers are not the only team in LA to currently hold a 3-1 record. The LA Rams, who are sitting at 2nd place in the NFC West, also have a 3-1 after their loss to the Cardinals on Sunday. So Skyler, which team is the LA team to back this year?
Thanks for the great update, Presley. You know, I don't know which team it is. I think that the LA Chargers, you've got a young quarterback in Justin Herbert, and he is red hot. But if I absolutely have to go with someone, I'm going with the LA Rams with the veteran quarterback, Matt Stafford, and the fact that they were in LA beforehand. So I think it's going to be the Rams, and I think they'll end up with a better record with the veteran presence.
I mean, it is really early to tell. 38% of the league has a 3-1 record right now. But I think you see Brandon Staley getting creative on offense. I mean, look at him having the punter throw the ball. That was impressive. I mean, you have players like defensive end Joey Bosa, who went for a strip tackle, sack. And I think that their defense is a great at rushing this year, and that's who I think is going to take it home.
Absolutely, and we have some other exciting news today. Pau Gasol, a two-time NBA champion with the Los Angeles Lakers and three-time Olympic medalist with Spain, announced his retirement from basketball today after playing in his 5th Olympics this summer. The Lakers tweeted a picture of Gasol's signature celebration congratulating him. They called him a, quote, hero in Los Angeles and a hoops legend around the world. Gasol was drafted in 2001. He would go on to win Rookie of the Year and become an All-Star during a stellar run with the Memphis Grizzlies. Gasol stood 7'1" as a powerful big man, but was also known for his graceful passing and shooting, which was atypical of a big man. Gasol was traded to the Los Angeles Lakers in February of 2008 during Kobe Bryant's MVP season. Gasol played 6 years with the Lakers. As the dynamic duo of Gasol and Kobe Bryant won 2 championships. Gasol also became the 9th all-time leader in blocks for the storied franchise, along with 3 All-Star appearances. But Kobe always wanted to make sure Gasol's jersey was retired. Kobe's wish came true, as it has been confirmed Gasol will have his number 16 jersey retired by the Lakers. He becomes the 11th Laker to receive the honor. Jeannie Buss sent out her congratulations to Gasol and made sure to mention his jersey retirement was a foregone conclusion.
The Los Angeles Dodgers face the St. Louis Cardinals tomorrow night at Dodger Stadium in the National League wildcard game. Whichever team takes the win will move on to play the NL West champions, the San Francisco Giants, in the division series. Max Scherzer is expected to pitch for the Dodgers tomorrow, going head-to-head with probable Cardinals pitcher Adam Wainwright. Scherzer has thrown 236 strikeouts this season and is credited for 15 wins and just 4 losses. Wainwright has thrown for 174 strikeouts this season, and he is given credit for 17 Cardinal wins and 7 losses. After an impressive 17-game win streak, the Cardinals went 2 out of 3 games against the Milwaukee Brewers last week. The Dodgers also faced the Brewers this week and this past weekend, where they went 3 for 3. Even though both teams kept the Brewers to roughly the same number of runs, the Dodgers outscored the Cardinals against Milwaukee 26 runs to 10 runs. Dodgers vs. Cardinals is sure to be a battle, especially with Dodgers first baseman Max Muncy being injured. I know I'll be watching tomorrow and hoping for a Dodgers-Giants rivalry matchup in the division series. And that's all we have today for sports. I'm Presley Baker. Thanks for watching.
Coming up next, singer-songwriter Mistry releases her first song since 2019. See why a Mistry fan is excited.
STEM is the discipline of hard numbers, precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to get messy, or just mess it up. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to try. Dare to fail. Dare to keep daring. Dare to learn the difference between organic, sedimentary, and non-foliated metamorphic rock. Get outside. Find those rocks. Dare to be homeroom famous, a high school fable. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. And for the love of STEM, dare bigger. Dare to code, dare to invent, dare to explore, dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
A popular Japanese-American singer-songwriter is back. Entertainment reporter Halee Anderson has more about her return and her upcoming tour.
Fans of indie rock artist Mistry are celebrating the singer's return after she released new music this morning, her first in over 2 years, and a tour date for 2022. The enigmatic Mistry is known for her frenetic performance style and her angsty confessional songwriting. Since she arrived on the scene with her debut album Lush, she's built a steady stream of Gen Z followers. When she announced a hiatus in 2018, fans were in a frenzy because they thought she'd left music indefinitely. But she's back. A fan from Chapman University describes her appeal.
She's able to speak with a lot of really raw honesty. A lot of people are really, really very grateful for the representation she gives about her relating these experiences that are very unique to certain communities.
Mistry will perform at nearby Shrine Auditorium on March 3rd. Pre-sale starts tomorrow at 10 a.m. and all tickets will be available Friday. Proof of vaccination will be required for all attendees.
There's a new multi-millionaire in California tonight thanks to a lucky Powerball ticket. The winnings? $699.8 million. This is the 7th largest Powerball jackpot ever awarded in the U.S. The winner bought the ticket in Morro Bay, which is about 4 hours north of LA. California does not allow winners to be anonymous, so the winner's identity may soon be revealed. The jackpot was reset to $20 million, and the next drawing is tomorrow night. The chances of winning? 1 in 292 million. So Marilyn, those odds are a little bit disheartening to me. I don't know about you. I haven't bought a lottery ticket since my 18th birthday, I think. But you know what? If this guy could do it, or girl, I guess, then maybe I can too.
You definitely can. I mean, I still buy lottery tickets, and I will play If I Was a Rich Girl by Gwen Stefani because I'm slowly trying to manifest that for myself. I mean, wow, almost $700 million. I don't know what I'd do with that money, so this guy has a list to make. Thanks for watching Annenberg TV News. From everyone at Annenberg Media, I'm Marilyn Parra.
And I'm Gabriella Rudy. For more coverage, watch and subscribe to our YouTube channel.